You are listening to Housekeepers Chat by the United States Department of Agriculture from 1927. Disclaimer: this is read from a historic archive document. Do not assume content reflects current scientific knowledge, policies, or practices. This broadcast was aired on Wednesday, the 6th of April, in 1927.
Suggestions about what to buy for summer dresses, a menu, and 3 recipes today, all approved by the United States Bureau of Home Economics.
I have been buying dress goods since I last talked to you. The only way I can keep within my clothing budget is to make my own and Sally Jean's summer dresses. Not that it's a hardship. I like to cut into new materials and make fluffy afternoon frocks and crisp house dresses. I saw many beautiful cotton prints in the shops: voile, batiste, dimity, organdy, broadcloth, zephyrs, cotton charmeuse, and novelty corded cottons. The distinguishing characteristic of these materials is that the designs are printed on the fabric and of course appear on only one side. Most of these popular summer dress materials launder well and do not fade. Many of them, particularly the well-known brands, are guaranteed fast color. However, just to make sure, I took 3 samples home and washed them. I find it is always well to test material, especially if it is to be used for children's clothes, which must be washed so frequently. Shall I tell you about the printed designs on the dress materials? They are unusually pretty. Small designs seem to be most popular. The newest thing in voiles is geometric prints, squares, triangles, and so forth. I saw lovely ones in black and white, and in blue and gray. These would be charming on the older woman. For summer afternoons, batiste, dimity, and organdy, made in simple, full-skirted styles, are cool and fresh. The zephyrs, cotton charmeuse, and corded cottons are excellent for house dresses and for children's school and play dresses. They are attractive if made up simply and combined with a plain material. A fetching black velvet tie or narrow black bindings on flounces suggest the quaint styles of 1860. As for the young girl of 16 or thereabout who wants a party dress, the dainty batistes, organdys, and lawns seem made especially for her. They are much more appropriate than chiffon and silk. The 16-year-old can wear chiffon and silk when she is really grown up. In one large department store, I found an entrancing array of ginghams, more than 10 varieties, ranging in width from 26 to 40 inches. Gingham is practically sure to be fast color because the dye is added before the cloth is made. That is, instead of the color being introduced after the fabric is woven, the yarns are dyed before the fabric is made, or the cotton itself is dyed before the yarns are even spun. This makes a fabric which is dyed throughout and not merely on one side. French and zephyr ginghams are fine, lightweight materials with a soft finish, lovely for afternoon dresses, house dresses, and school dresses. Apron checks are usually coarser and more stiff. Chambray is a plain-colored gingham with a white filling. I used to think, long years ago when I carried a primer to school, that blue chambray gingham had only one use in the world, and that was to make little girls' aprons with long, wide ties, which made a huge bow in the back. Nurse's gingham has heavy blue and white stripes and is closely woven. It makes neat and durable house dresses. Tissue ginghams are thinner and more transparent than ordinary ginghams, and often have heavy cords, stripes, or checks, or even embroidered designs in them. They wear well, and they are especially popular this fall. However, when you buy a corded material of any kind, be sure to study the fabric carefully. Unless there are a fair number of supporting yarns, what the fabric may split along the cords. I have seen a number of ready-made afternoon dresses fashioned of tissue gingham combined with organdy. It's a pleasing combination. Even the ordinary ginghams come in lovely patterns this year. One of the most interesting I have seen is the gingham with checks, an inch square. There was a blue, green, and white, a blue and white and rose, and a red and white in the big checks. My friend in the Bureau of Home Economics, who makes a study of interior decorating, tells me that these checked ginghams are perfect for summer curtains. She says that the present interest in French rustic furniture has resulted in a scheme of decoration which calls for checks. Checks are used for window curtains, for the backs and sides of upholstered chairs, and for lampshades. The checks and the clear colors give an atmosphere of quaint charm to the room where they are used. There's one more thing I might mention in connection with cotton fabrics. Some of these materials, especially the ginghams, combined with plain color, make the jazziest kind of pajama suits, the kind of pajama suits the girl in college heartily approves of. Now I shall quit talking about clothes. No matter where I begin, I usually come back to meals and cooking. There are 3 recipes today, so you will find considerable use for your pencil. The menu includes fresh sliced beef tongue, wilted dandelion greens, fried potato cakes made of mashed potatoes, and banana pudding. Fresh beef tongue is appetizing and will help to vary the main dish of the meal. Get your pencils, please, now. 7 materials are needed for the tongue: 1 beef tongue, 4 quarts water, 3 sprigs parsley, 1 onion large, 1 teaspoon peppercorns, 2 bay leaves, half teaspoon salt. 7 ingredients, I shall repeat them: 1 beef tongue, 4 quarts water, 3 sprigs parsley, 1 onion large, 1 teaspoon peppercorns, 2 bay leaves, half teaspoon salt. Wash the tongue well. Do not trim it. Place it in water to cover, add the seasonings, and simmer for 2 1/2 to 3 hours, or until the meat is tender. Skin the tongue. Slice it and serve hot, or allow it to cool in the liquid after skinning and serve it cold. Make a stew from the meat at the base of the tongue, the liquid, and the vegetables. Or cook spinach or kale in the liquid and serve with the meat which is not in shape for slicing. Now let's consider the dandelion greens, which afford an agreeable change in the diet after the winter vegetables, and also supply vitamins and needed minerals. The time to gather dandelion leaves is very early in the season, when they are young, tender, and least bitter. Dandelion greens are used in about the same ways as other green leaf vegetables when properly cooked. Discard the crown, roots, and large outer leaves. Cook the greens in the shortest possible time, or not at all. The usual method of long boiling in several waters is not recommended by the Bureau of Home Economics, as most of the valuable food matter in the greens is then thrown away. A better method is to combine the dandelion greens with other vegetables or flavors which modify the bitterness, and cook only a short time. Raw dandelion leaves, or those cooked without water, are less bitter than those that have been boiled. Vinegar or acid dressings help, and so do foods of strong flavor such as celery and some meats. Crisp salt pork or bacon is frequently served with dandelion greens, and blends of dandelion and other greens are very good. Take your pencil now, and I'll give you the recipe for wilted dandelion greens with bacon. 6 ingredients: 2 quarts dandelion greens, 1/4 pound bacon, half cup vinegar or less, half cup water or less, 4 teaspoons sugar, 1 teaspoon salt. Have you 6 ingredients? 2 quarts dandelion greens, 1/4 pound bacon, half cup vinegar or less, half cup water or less, 4 teaspoons sugar, 1 teaspoon salt. Clean the greens thoroughly. Cut rather finely with scissors to avoid stringiness. Fry the bacon until crisp and delicately brown. Pour off all but 4 tablespoons of the fat. Add the water, vinegar, and salt to the remaining fat. Bring to the boiling point. Pour over the dandelion leaves and serve. Slices of hard-boiled eggs or boiled beets or carrots may be simmered for a few minutes with these greens. If eggs are used, the sugar is omitted. One more recipe for banana pudding. I believe you will like this dessert. It affords a good way to use leftover cookies that are a bit stale. Any kind of cookie which does not have a pronounced flavor can be used in the pudding. The recipe for banana pudding calls for 7 ingredients as follows: 1 quart milk, 4 or 5 eggs, half cup sugar, 1/8 teaspoon salt, bananas, sweet crackers or cookies, 1 teaspoon vanilla. I'll repeat the 7 ingredients: 1 quart milk, 4 or 5 eggs, and half cup sugar, 1/8 teaspoon salt, bananas, sweet crackers or cookies, 1 teaspoon vanilla. Heat the milk, sugar, and salt in a double boiler. Beat the egg yolks lightly, and pour slowly into them some of the heated milk. Pour back into the double boiler and stir constantly until the custard coats the spoon. Remove at once from the fire, place the pan in a bowl of cold water and stir the custard until cool. Add the vanilla. Grease a baking dish, put in the bottom of the dish a layer of sweet crackers and slice over them a layer of banana. Pour over this some of the custard and fill the dish about 3/4 full with these layers. Make a meringue of the whites of the eggs and 1 tablespoon of sugar to each egg. Spread over the pudding and cook in a slow oven until golden brown, then let the pudding stand until thoroughly chilled before serving. Again, the entire menu: fresh sliced beef tongue, wilted dandelion greens, fried potato cakes, and banana pudding.
This broadcast was researched and produced by Breakaway Empire LLC.